Hey there, welcome back. Today we have another Marvel character. Well, technically this is a repeat because this is Ghost Rider. Not the same one. Okay, it's not the same. It's not the same one. There's three Ghost Riders now that the Lego has designed. I think this is the best for sure. It's very classic Marvel. Because back in the '90s, I believe I'm not a comic guy, so bear with me. Ghost Rider was created, and he's a bounty hunter that works for the devil. And in the Marvel universe, the devil is Mephisto, I believe, and he just sends him to reap the souls of soul, souls of the damned, and he brings them to hell. It's quite a dark storyline for Marvel. Um, yeah, anyway, here is Ghost Rider. That's his basic story. There's a lot more to it. He basically is a contracted, not a killer, but he basically takes the souls that are doomed and brings them to the underworld where they're meant to stay forever and to pay for their sins. It's a cool storyline. He rides a flaming bike. He's basically immortal when he's in the Ghost Rider form, and he's got all of the devil's like powers essentially, and he's got like flames. It's really cool. um just a concept, I think. And yeah, here's the figure. Here's a 360 of him. My spinner doesn't want to work normally, so I'm just gonna closely hold it. You may notice his flaming head. That is intentional. He is always on fire. And if you're wondering who the Ghost Rider was, he was a stuntman named Johnny Blaze, the original one is. And he essentially gets like tangled up with the devil, and he's forced to work with him every night. And it's like a contract almost. He has to work for him and to pay off a debt. And he transforms every night into the Ghost Rider, and he hunts down doomed souls on his bike, and he just unleashes fury. And it's a really unique story. Some of these other characters like Blade and Daredevil, and there's a lot of darker characters in Marvel, and I think Ghost Rider is one of the best ones. He just stands out. He's just such a rich character. There's just so much like lore for each Ghost Rider. And this minifig, I believe, is based off of the original, which is Johnny Blaze. And they did such a great job designing this one. He came out in one set in 2016 called the Spider-Man and Ghost Rider Team Up, a set that I really would like to get this year if possible. I had a chance to get it, I almost did, but I got another one instead. I regret it a little bit, but if I ever see it again for a good price, I'll jump on it, because I really like that set. It's got a bunch of cool stuff with it, and it cost 20 bucks, and it came with this figure. And I feel like there's only one thing that's like bad about it, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But we always start with the accessories. In this case, it's a flaming chain, and it may not seem that special, but this chain has only been really seen with Ghost Rider figures. Well, two of the three. I have another Ghost Rider. We'll get to him in a little bit. But here's the chain piece. It's not really that special. It is because it's a translucent orange, because it's meant to be like on fire, you know? And he always has this chain. It's very, he loves this thing, and the designers made sure to include it, and it's a great chain. It's somewhat hard to find. You can it's a little hard to find in this color, but it's nice, it looks really good, especially with the orange, you can see through it, and it's very cool looking. And that's his only accessory. I attached it to this, like, I don't know what you would call this piece. It's very common at this point. This pin with it's hard to explain, this piece here, just to have him hold it. Obviously you can have him hold just the chain stud, but I don't know, I think it looks nicer like that. You can wrap it around him. The one thing I think is kind of confusing though is, why do they give him a chain if he's already has the chain printed on his body? I don't know, maybe this is like supposed to be another chain, and the chain he has on him is supposed to be wrapped around him. I don't know. This does remind me of the Nicolas Cage version of Ghost Rider as well. That's the movie version of Ghost Rider, which I really like. I know a lot of people don't like it because it doesn't match anything with MCU, or it's its own standalone movie series, but it's Marvel. It's hard to explain. Nick Cage had a great time, obviously, with those two films, but they're not part of the MCU. They're their own thing. Like, if you think of the MCU as a connected world, and then you think of Marvel movies outside that, the Ghost Rider movies are just there, just awkwardly there. And it's a little weird, but yeah, it's it's a thing. He's got the chain. That's the only thing it comes with, but the look of him is very cool. It's he's got this almost 90s aesthetic with the biker look. Obviously, he's got the chain. The chain printing is fantastic. It's metallic as well, and I love all these different details. Like, they decided to riddle his jacket with like just burns and rips and tears to show the fire underneath. And he's got a little bit of fire peeking out from his collar. And he's got the zipper on the jacket. It's so cool. The one thing I do wish is maybe I have some issues with this figure. It's like two minor issues. One is the leg printing. There's nothing there, which is so it's so boring. Like, I get it. There's not a lot to do that they could there's not a lot they could do to print anything on there, but it would have been nice to get some printing. And yeah, that's a little unfortunate. There's nothing there. But I think the gloves should have been like dark gray or light gray, maybe. It just would have added some color, I think, to make it look more like a biker outfit. Because it's all black. It looks really good. I don't know. Just my thoughts. Here's the back of him. Much more of the same detail. You can see a lot of great design work, decoration on the back, more of the chain, more of the rips and burns. You can see the flaming head. Let's talk about that. The flaming head is the most unique part about this minifig, and it looks excellent. I'm trying to think of a word there. And it's really nice. You can see it's very realistic. You can see it's almost flaming on the back. It's almost tearing away from the head. And the one thing you may be interested to know is that the head and the hair, I guess the head, or the flaming hair, I guess, that's one piece. So it's two pieces, but they glue it together. And that's something I'm still curious about, because like they introduced this piece in 2016, and they've used it for other minifigs besides Ghost Rider, like Hades, for instance. I think that's the only one that they've really done that's not Ghost Rider. And obviously this Ghost Rider, which is Robbie Reyes, which is a different design, but it's obviously the same. It's the same character concept. I don't have the newest Ghost Rider set. I would like to get it. I'm definitely open to buying it. And I think in that set, you get a remake of this figure. I think that's what it's supposed to be, or maybe it's supposed to be a different Ghost Rider. I don't know, but anyway, this head is white with the skull logo, with the skull head. It's really well designed. You can see the eyes. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about with the head printing. It's great. You can see. You got the eyebrows with the yellow eyes. It's very menacing. It's very menacing. Obviously, they could have gone bigger with it, more scary, but I think that this is fine. It looks really evil. Probably one of the most evil minifigures that I have. Obviously, Ghost Rider is not... He's not a hero, but he's not a villain. He's probably an anti-hero. That's the best way I could describe it. He's almost like a mercenary for the devil. But anyway, yeah, he's got the great head printing. It's in white, and obviously the flames is the best part. It's glued on. You can kind of see the glue a little bit, but it's really nice. You can see it's really framed up really nice, so you can see the ends of the piece. I'm guessing this piece is somewhat fragile, and I'm assuming that's why they had to glue this to every figure's head, because maybe it's not. Maybe they tested it out and the piece was... You know what? I'm assuming this piece is somewhat loose on the head. Maybe it has a loose connection. That's probably why they had to glue it. That's my reasoning. That's what I'm gonna assume. Is the reason why they glued it on there. But I think this figure is amazing. Just for the first Ghost Rider figure, it is an awesome minifig for sure. And I do think it's the best one of the three. The third one's meant to be a remake of this one. This is the first one, and then we got the second one here. It came out in 2021. This is Robbie Reyes, a different version. He's got the silver head, darker flames, different jacket type, same issue, no lick printing, which is really lame. I just feel like they could have done so much better with these figures if they had printing on the legs for, like, I don't know, a some jeans, or like some more. They could have even done some more of this, like more burn marks on the legs. I don't know, but yeah, I love this one, the Robbie Reyes. I think it's a great minifig, but I think this one is just a little bit better. It's a little bit more iconic, and I don't know, it just looks nicer, a little bit nicer. But just wanted to give you that comparison. And Hades, of course, is a Disney character. He has the same, glued head thing. It's very interesting. But that's about it for the Ghost Rider here. When I get that set, I will let you know. Well, I might have to get the Ghost Rider Mech and Bike set first, because that's actually out on shelves, whereas this set, the team up, is retired. So if I see that first, I'll get it. It just depends. But yeah, if I do get that set, I'll review it in the summer, and that'll be that. And yeah, that's about it. But those are my thoughts on the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. I'm assuming that's what this is supposed to be. And they did a great job translating him to Lego form. And I'm excited to see the next Ghost Rider. I'm hoping that they'll make the girl version. I think that would be super cool to see. Just very, very different, I'm assuming. But that's about it. Let me know what you think about the glued head. What do you think of the Ghost Rider minifigs? Have they nailed him yet, or have they been somewhat disappointing? Let me know down below. Do you prefer the first set, the new one, or the car with Reyes? Let me know what you think. Your thoughts are always appreciated, and please leave a comment. I love to hear your thoughts down below. And anything I can do better, let me know that too. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.